Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
Wisdom keys about love and relationship. Stay tuned. Good afternoon. Welcome to Love and Relationship. Today I'm here with two guests. We will be talking about manipulative relationship. And I believe maybe not, I wouldn't say everyone, but I believe most people have been through a manipulative kind of relationship or a manipulative situation that would have led to a relationship. And remember that today, this is Valentine's week, and a lot of people who celebrate Valentine look forward to showing love to their lovers or friends or, people they care about. So we want people to understand the kind of relationship they are in. Is it really a relationship with love, or is it a relationship where you don't have a choice or an option? Because a manipulative relationship is a kind of a relationship where you feel like you don't have a choice, you don't have an option. So I will be sharing a little bit on manipulative relationship. I believe it's a relationship primarily developed due to situations and circumstances in which people find themselves. It's a kind of relationship that can result from family pressures, environmental influences, cultural considerations, or societal pressures. It can also be formed due to a manipulative situation. It might be an occurrence, a blackmail, something that cannot be reversed. I believe an example of a manipulative relationship can also be a relationship where people begin due to unplanned pregnancy. I remember I met a man about 5 years ago, and he told me he was having a divorce. So he said to me, this relationship was not meant to last. And I was asking him why. And he said to me, because we married due to unplanned pregnancy. And then it was like something which he was manipulated into. So he felt like he was compelled to marry because of the child, not because of love. So I've come to discover that marrying because of a situation or anything, will not bring forth love. We have to marry for love. We have to start a relationship because we love each other. So I always like using most times some biblical stories that I have learnt. I see an example where a man called Jacob was being introduced to, he was introduced to marry a woman he did not want to marry. And then, that relationship had a lot of issues. I will go on a short break now. I will be back and then I'll introduce my guest and we will really look into this topic of a manipulative relationship. Stay right there.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za, an industry first in the world of internet radio. Not only are we an internet radio station, we are an internet radio platform for your brand. So why not expose your brand to potentially thousands of listeners and improve your customer relationships and brand equity with podcasts and live broadcasts? Be sure to check brandlive.co.za for more information. brandlive.co.za, harnessing the power of internet radio.
The Dramatic Talk with myself, Bongani Drama. Bringing you insightful conversations on the Convo Corner, your latest celebrity news on Dramatainment, and your latest fashion news on Fashion Fade.
This is Bongani.
And myself, Rose Rataha, bringing you your latest news and sports updates.
Every Wednesdays, 2 to 3 p.m. Only on www.brandlive.co.za.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. I'm here in the studio with wonderful people, a lady and a man. I would like them to introduce themselves. Let me start with ladies first. Please, your name and what you do.
Greetings, viewers. This is Busy Work Dwabe. Work for the Department of Education. Thank you, Pastor, for having me here.
You're welcome, BC Way. And
greetings, listeners. Good afternoon. My name is Sunny Usoro. I'm a preacher of the gospel. I'm a painting artist. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for having me in the studio.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much, guys, for coming through. A manipulative situation, I believe, is not something we need to look so far away to find one. It's something that I believe if you didn't have it, or if you don't have it, then maybe your brother has it, or your sister, or a friend, or someone you know. So I believe it's a situation that we can relate with. But first, I would like to ask, let me ask Sonny. Sonny, what will you consider a manipulative relationship?
Okay. Unfortunately, the world we live in, there's a lot of manipulation going on because people have become very selfish.
Okay.
People always want to have things to favor them.
Yes.
And so that has influenced relationships at different levels to be manipulative.
Okay.
A manipulative relationship, in my own definition, would be a relationship that is built for selfish interest.
Okay.
In my opinion, a good relationship is supposed to be symbiotic. It's supposed to think of both parties. Even the Bible says, love your neighbor, even as you love yourself.
Okay.
So a relationship is supposed to build one another.
Okay.
It's supposed to be in the interest of both people. Now, a manipulative relationship will now be a relationship that is structured in such a way that a person has a certain interest, not just because he wants to build a symbiotic relationship or make the relationship benefit both parties, but because this person wants to gain something
for his or
herself alone.
Wow.
And that's how the manipulative relationship comes in. And there are different ways in which people portray this manipulative, become manipulative in their relationships.
Okay, but sorry to cut you before you share the different ways. Is it possible that somebody could be manipulating another person without knowing he or she is manipulating the other person?
Yes, I believe that can also happen. They say that good people are always taken advantage of. Sometimes they are not taken advantage of purposely. Sometimes it just happens unconsciously. When someone, sometimes it's better that you don't express all of that goodness or niceness. Even the Bible says, "Don't be too too nice."
But I don't think that really will count. I mean, for you to pretend not to be yourself, so people don't take advantage of you. I think everyone should have a responsibility towards his or her life. I mean,
okay,
you get what I mean?
Okay, what I'm saying actually is when someone is very good to you and you are not very careful on how to treat something that is good, because we're in a world where a lot of people have been hurt and gotten used to people being wicked to them. So the moment they see something good coming, they've not learned how to appreciate something good. They think that there might be some other interest coming with that good thing that is coming. And so these are situations in which some people could find out that they try to manipulate a relationship without knowing. Because there's something good that's coming from this other person, they are not able to handle it. So they end up finding themselves taking advantage of the moment. It's like when you never did good for the person, it was even better. Now you doing everything good to this person, and then this person now expects more. The moment this person doesn't see that good coming anymore like it was coming, it's now as if that person was entitled to that good that you were giving him. So it's just something that I think people have to be very careful when they deal with people, not to allow the good that people bring to them to work against, those people. Okay,
thank you very much, Usoro. Thank you very much. What I have heard from what you said, it's like kind of, people should be in a relationship where they can also give back. I mean, reciprocate
exactly
goodness
exactly
to the goodness they receive.
Exactly.
I mean, you should not be chasing after a relationship where you're only on the receiving end. You can't contribute anything, or you don't care about the person to contribute something. So I
That
think
will make you manipulative.
that can make a person manipulative. And I'd like to speak to Busy Way here. I want to find out, how can one avoid a manipulative relationship? Both ways, men can manipulate, women can manipulate, but
That's true.
I mean, in your own way or suggestion, how can one avoid being manipulated? Let's say being manipulated. We will talk about being the
manipulative,
manipulator. Yeah.
Pastor, that's very difficult. It's a very difficult question, but I'll try to, tackle it.
Yes.
Yes. On a lady's point of view.
Okay.
I would say it's it's a challenge because like you don't see it coming. When you there's something called like a saying which goes like love is blind. When a guy approaches, like a man approaches you, and you fall for this person, you find out that this person is well to do. He owns cars, houses. And you don't see the bad side of him. Okay. Yes. And then you end up falling for the guy, only to find out that this person is only, he only loves you because he just wants to have sex with you and stuff. So what I can say about avoiding a manipulative relationship, even if you can try hard to do it, it is not gonna be as easy as you think it can be. But you can. There's something called love. Action speaks louder than words, right? There's a saying that goes like that. So you can see the actions of this person.
That's good.
You will see the actions, and then sometimes this person, when they manipulate you, you see the signs.
You see it, yes.
You see the signs, and when you see the signs, because he has got a lot to offer. He takes you to luxurious restaurants and whatnot. You become trapped in there to such an extent that you don't want to come out, even when you have seen the signs.
So in essence, what you are saying is that people should focus on the right things. Because you see, what you focus on is what will lead you, what will move you. If you're focusing on getting a guy who has the good cars, the houses, and the good life to offer, then you will be moved by that. Those things will manipulate you to want to love the guy. But if you were focusing on the character, which you're talking about actions, the character produces the actions you see. So now you'll be able to know and say, hey, man, I don't think this is the right person for me. It's like sometimes people just, it's like they're waking up from sleep. People think they're in love. They do the dating and they do all that. But maybe after marriage, it's like they now say, wow, who is this? This guy is not the right person. This guy is abusive. And you ask, were you not in the relationship before the marriage? So what I came to understand is that a lot of people focus on the wrong things. So when you're focusing on the wrong thing, you will not see the right thing that you should see. That should be a sign, just like you have said. Thank you very much. And, we will go on a quick break and then we will return back and we will continue with this discussion. Stay tuned.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Brand Live.
No doubt.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
If you so hurt, I have scars on me. Real love can heal your wound, restore your soul. Never you give up. When you find the right love, there's no limit that you can score. It will make your everyday. Love is real. Have faith in God that He knows what you need to direct your path and beautify your life. You may think that you know, God knows you much better. Believe till He meets all your needs. It's better now than later that you make the right choice. It's better now than later that you make the right choice. It's better now than later that you make the right choice. It's better now.
brandlive.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm still here in the studio with my lovely guests, Busy and Sonny. We're still talking about manipulative relationship. And if you're just joining us, we've spoken a lot about what will be considered to be a manipulative relationship, and we've spoken about how one can avoid a manipulative relationship. Now we want to speak about, can one manipulate someone to love? I mean, even we believe that people say, and even the Bible also says that love cannot be bought with money. And people say you can buy love. So, but is there any situation where someone can manipulate someone to love? I would like to ask Sonny, have you heard of a situation where somebody manipulated somebody and the person, tend to love because of, the situation, the scenario, and all that?
Yes, that happens a lot. In fact, I would say we have more of those kind of relationships than the genuine love or the true love. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where there's a lot of struggles and people want convenience more than looking for
true love.
a true love
Yes.
and all that. You hear a lot of ladies say things like, I love the guy, but he can't take care of me, and so I can't go on with him. Or he's not my type, or he doesn't have what I want or what I need. And so people are now more consumed with the material things that they want or they desire
what
than
they can benefit,
what they can benefit than if it's someone that they are compatible with and all that. So yes, in many cases there are lots of people who have gotten into relationships based on that. Now in some cases they had finally gotten to love the person, because love is something
so
that
are you
can
sure
build.
that is real love that they've gotten to establish?
In few
or
cases.
it's something that you don't have an option. I mean, it's like, well, I rather love than just not love. So I mean,
Okay, in some cases it's been a problem. It never really turned to true love.
Yes.
But there are also cases in which it can become true love, because the truth is, when you spend time with someone long enough, and apart from the fact that you started off by being attracted to the person for the sake of the person's wealth or whatever the person had, and then you spend time long enough with the person, and it happens to be that this person was a good person for you after all, that could end up to become true love.
Become love.
Yes, yeah.
Now you're specifying the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because now the person is treating you well. And some people may not have not that they wouldn't have been able to love the person in the first instance if they had been, open to the person.
To the person.
But the thing is that maybe the guy had money, but
And
was not
that's all they
handsome.
could see.
So it was not good looking.
Yeah.
So the good looking part, they kind of shying away, but the money, they need the money. So they get close to the person. And if the person, has a good character, as the person treats them well, they now grow to kind of love the person. But if the person is not treating them well, it doesn't matter the money you come into. And that's what we're trying to establish. It doesn't matter the money you see. If the person doesn't have the good heart to treat you well, because love is established on how we treat each other. That's the beginning of love. How we treat each other. I mean, for you to even start saying, that's why we say to people should be careful about love at first sight.
Yes.
Because it may not be love. You know, the love that will be established is a love that you have interacted with the person. You know the person, you being treated well. I mean, it has to boost your self-esteem. Not every day someone is rending abusing words in you, but he has offered you a nice car to drive, treats you like nobody. I don't think you'll grow to love such person. Yeah, what would you say to that, Bisu? I mean, can one manipulate someone to love? What is your own view to that?
Yes, definitely. It happens every day. More especially, I think...
I'm not saying can one manipulate someone to a relationship. I'm saying can one manipulate someone to love him or her?
Yes, Pastor. 100%. A good example would be the so-called blessers. You find out that young girls fall for these guys because all this kind of love is based on material things. You don't love this person with your mind, body, and soul. That's how I define true love. There's no genuine love at all, but it's based on material things. These guys would, take them out and give them money and do like all the things that would be done by their partners, the ones that genuinely love them. Like most of the times, the people who are the victims of these manipulative relationships or love, it's people like young girls or young men who are those people who love things, who love
things,
not who are in need, those who are like fly, who are materialistic, who just want cozy lives and stuff. So they will do anything to live that life, even if it means they compromise their principles as people and stuff. So like blessers actually take advantage of such because they can see that they are materialistic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Not to cut you there. We're trying to wrap up with time, but to get what you're saying, you're trying to say in essence that people can be manipulated to love, but not true love. Not true love.
Okay.
Yes, because you see, the thing is this: when a person is not good inside, the person can manipulate you with those things, and you feel you love the person. Now, if you find the man cheating on you with another person, you will not really have that feeling of love anymore. So it is something that people need to understand. What do I really have towards a partner or someone I'm in relationship with? Is it true love, or is it a feeling of love based on the things, the situations, the things I'm receiving or something, So listeners, that's what we're trying to establish today. I believe that, personally, I believe that true love cannot be bought by anything. I believe that true love is based on how we treat each other. It's based on character compatibility. Because, no matter what happens, at the end of the day, as long as you are staying with this person, especially when you're married with the person, you will see the true colors of the person. You will know that, what the person offered to you is not satisfying. You will know that, there is something more to what I'm receiving. That's when you see people after 15 years, they still divorce. You see people, if love can be bought with material things, I think no rich people will divorce. Is it not true? You can agree with me. They will all be happy with what they have. But we have seen divorce rates. It varies across rich, poor, and all that. So, listeners, please, we will be wrapping up there today. And then we will be back here same time next week. But you can reach us on our email, livingasoneevents@gmail.com. You can also tweet with us, ndondon at More Than Wealth. My Facebook page is Living as One Events. And also, I have authored 2 books which you can see online on Smashword. You can see it on www.smashword.com/book/view 780460. And the other book too, you can see it on Smashword too. The number is 673447. You can also reach me on 0782554517. Please send me your questions, send me your feedbacks. Whatever you want us to discuss on the show, we can discuss it. And if you think you can come on the show with us, please drop me an email. I will respond to you. Thank you for listening. Until next time, remain blessed.
This message was sponsored by friends and partners of Living as One events. You are invited to our singles and married couples event featuring seminars, talk shows, Q&A sessions, single mingles, couples games, and many more. You may visit our website for details of our events and register at www.livingasoneevents.com. You can also get our books on relationships titled Why Should I Get Married and Living as One. We also do counseling for couples and singles who want to make the right decisions regarding their relationships. For more info, please contact us on 078 255 4517 or email us at livingasoneevents@gmail.com. Please tune in again for another episode of Love and Relationship. God bless you.